Hello everyone, I'm Overhaul, and today we are gonna be doing a battle analysis of the Battle of the Dungeon in Black Clover. Now, the usual disclaimer at the beginning. I am not a kid-specific channel. Sure, the topics I discuss could be seen a little bit more kid-friendly or kid-centric, but they will most likely contain some words that are not safe for children. So if you're a child, I would strongly advise you not to watch it, because you may or may not hear some naughty words. As for everyone else, let's get on with this video. So yeah, Battle of the Dungeon. This is, I would say, one of the more important of the first arcs in the series, since, the first couple ones I would argue are they even arcs, and then the last one with the whole first time seeing the unmet like some seems to be more kind of like a preview for them, because the whole designs of it is completely changed later. I don't think the guy who survives even comes off afterwards. I think we just have to assume that happens that whole it's resurrection ritual thing. So yeah. So let's get on with this battle analysis. So the main point of this battle is to get the treasure in the dungeon. Very simple. It's not really something that's intended to be a battle though between the Clover Kingdom and the Diamond Kingdom, but it is going to be because it's on a border between the two kingdoms. So let's go through the combatants. Let's start with the Diamond Kingdom. In the Diamond Kingdom, we have Mars, who at the time just seems to be an extremely powerful soldier, though was now ranked associate to him, and Lotus of the Aspi, who was, I believe, considered a commander or a captain. I'm not sure exactly on the rank he had, but he is one of the more, I would say, powerful members. I would say it's kind of like the same thing with Fazel Kruger, who he could, in theory, he has the brain to be the captain, just he doesn't have the power or over that general. So yeah. And from what I could see, I believe 4 soldiers, maybe 2, just a couple of soldiers. Which I would say that the Diamond Kingdom has a little too small amount of soldiers. But since the things we find out about it, like very low on resources and they have to hurry and get a bunch of them quickly, it's kind of understandable, but I feel like there should have been more than just one extremely powerful soldier, one high-ranking individual, and a bunch of random soldiers. Maybe another high-ranking soldier, or maybe another extremely powerful mage. But I get the whole story reasonings, but maybe a little more soldiers would make more sense, and especially since the reward is a bunch of gold or magic items. Now for the Clover Kingdom. So what we have in the Clover Kingdom are 2 magic knight squads, the Black Bulls and the Golden Dawn. The Black Bull consists of Lock Voltia, Asta, and Nuea Silva. Now, here's the problem with the Black Bulls. The only ones that was sent is a rookie, well, a junior, no, 2 rookies and juniors. Both of them don't have much experience. I get why Asta was sent. Wizard King wished for him, and Noelle was sent so she may get some experience and help, and possibly get some ideas, or maybe even find some magic items that will help her control her magic. Kind of the first come, first serve type of deal. So that, I have no problem with that. I would still say, the problem when it comes, it's luck. Now, luck is a good magic knight. In fact, Yami even states in the arc that luck would get more audience, we get more offers. It's just his personality, which is the real big problem with it. Luck's personality doesn't really work, and I'm missing the dungeon arc. Even if he would go in there, I would definitely send someone to cover for this weakness, for his mental state. Or just take someone who is simply more logical. Maybe Ghosh, maybe Vanessa, but she was drunk at the time, so I'm not sure how much she'll help. or Fenrir to at least get them out of trouble if there's anything happening. Which that would be the interesting way I would go, that arc with Fenrir being there. I mean, Mars would probably be captured if you really think about it. But yeah, Lux All-Star was a Mars because Wizard Kid wished for it. Which granted, that's a problem with the Wizard Kid. Like, he's literally gonna send the kid into a dungeon, a rookie into a dungeon that's extremely dangerous. But yeah, not really big fan of the whole Magic Black Wolves members. I would say they should have swapped Locke with someone else or add a couple more for better safety. Now to the Golden Dawn. The Golden Dawn, what you know, is the same as with All-Star. They couldn't really do much, like he was a must. Again, that's the same power with the Wizard King's idea. Yeah, but it's kind of understandable. Mimosa, I am not exactly sure why she was sent there outside of her magic being extremely useful in that category to see the whole building, the whole dungeon. So I guess that makes sense where she was, but I'm not sure since later in the arc, I believe we even see it in this volume, that there is another member of the Golden Dawn who has the ability to show us what exactly is going on. So it doesn't really make that much sense to send her specifically. Granted, you may say it's a healing mage, and that would help, but why not? But why send a rookie instead of just one healing mage and one guy who can see things or make the map? I think they sent Klaus, who he was there the highest ranking Magic Knight there, which ironically I think he was one of the weakest if you ignore the fact that Noel doesn't control her magic and most of it hasn't really focused on attacks. So yeah, so Klaus, who was honestly an okay choice. I think he could have been swapped with that other Magic Knight. I think his name's Siran, and then Mimosa were more experienced and higher ranker King Healing Mage from the Golden Dawn, but right, that's good. Now the image is the same as the Diamond King that where they're supposed to get the dungeon. So yeah, the squad. So the Magic Knight squad is pretty much balanced. Like you have All-Star and Locke, who are extremely powerful characters. You have Klaus, who is the highest ranking, and I would say one of the smarter ones of them all. I do believe he is. If you look, I do believe in his stats when it comes to intelligence. He is the highest. And you have Mimosa, who's a killing mage, and can see. Granted, I would still replace a couple of them, but on base level, they are pretty nicely balanced. I would say it should have been swapped a bit, but it's pretty nice. Now, let's go to strategies. The first problem with the strategies in this battle was the fact they split up. Like, here's the thing. Neither the Golden Dawn nor the Black Bulls should have really gone separate. Like, Locke shouldn't have charged to go directly to the Diamond Kingdom soldiers as soon as he sends them, and Klaus shouldn't just argue with Asta and just grab Mimosa and and go to the dungeon. Go to the main place. That shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't have been competing. They should have worked together. They should have teamed up. After all, they are all there and their chances are much better with all of them happening. And also, you would think that the Bass Magic, then you would think that these guys would actually, not want to see them that. I mean, if they have so little confidence in them, at least have them with you. Hell, as far as you know, if you're going to have to, take a bunch of stuff quickly, at least have 2 extra hands would make sense, or 3. So, yeah. The whole splitting up thing was a complete and utter idiocy by any sorts of the means. Honest to God, the whole almost dying by the Diamond Kingdom thing was completely deserved, if we are all being honest ourselves. So yeah. Locke was like I said earlier, Locke separated himself to go fight the Diamond Kingdom mages, which was Lotus and a couple of soldiers. Now, I don't know what exactly, but Lotus and Mars also decided to separate. I'm assuming that Mars just went on ahead since he sensed it, while Lotus decided to just kind of stay back and follow his own pace to kind of like scout the area out because that seems like what his mist magic would be the most competent in. Which I don't believe it was ever stated, but that's what I'm guessing is going to be, which is kind of is a pretty logical idea, all things considered. So yeah, Locke defeats the ghost soldiers and then he goes challenges Lotus. Lotus is aware of his fallback, so he decides to outsmart Locke by doing something he can't do anything against, which is the whole surrounding Locke with mist magic and then attacking him from there and taking him down, which is a pretty logical idea. It's very, I would say that if Asta and Noel didn't show up, Locke would have been defeated. Now they find a way to take him down with their combination, and then Lotus, after he has a bit of his arm damaged, he decides to retreat, which is the smartest idea since now since he's aware of the limitations and that in his weekend stay he couldn't beat them. Like he would already probably lose in a 1-1 battle if he was playing the normal fairway. So he retreats. Sometime he comes back up for his subordinates, or maybe he takes his subordinates when he retreats, but that's pretty much it. At the meantime, we have the Golden Dawn versus Mars, an infinitely harder battle since Mars is a lot stronger. How? That you can make an argument he was already at that point. You could make an argument that from the known captain strength, he was one of the strongest. I mean, we have captains like the captains, but at that point, he was one of the more powerful ones. He might even been vice captain level or a bit below vice captain level at that point. Who knows? So yeah, Mars shows up and his battle strategy at that point is extremely well. Give himself an armor, make a bunch of stone statues, copies of himself, and just go and then bunch of giant crystal swords and then just attack the Golden Dawn. It was very logical since there are multiple enemies they have to fight with, and he also has a bit more of defense on him and a little bit more of a striking power, which he obviously is defeating the Golden Dawn. Mimosa is immediately taking out the fight with Mars. Since she's honestly, I would say, the weakest if you look at it purely on the combatant essence. I mean, you can also just make a statement for Noel, but yeah, she's, I would say, the weakest. So she's taken down immediately, and Klaus can do much and against him, and is doing okay against him, but it's clear that he's losing. So yeah, it's not until the Black will show up where they actually start winning. Asa takes him down, which in the end leads to his copies falling apart, which and Locke were fighting in the meantime. Which is a good idea to separate the battles. Having the copies fight a different person while someone else takes down Mars. Now they do beat him and subdue him, so he will not come back again if he wakes up. Since let's be real, he is clearly a lot more powerful. And the knockout may just be temperamental, anyways. So yeah, they go to the dungeon and they start messing around with things and lead to them. Well, basically the best things they can do against Mars. Mars immediately recovers and uses his flame recovery magic to recover his body and puts himself in a giant armor, which is a logical idea because well, for one, you're being constantly healed, meaning that every damage you get, it will be immediately healed, and the giant armor, so there not only be a distance between attacks with you, since there's gotta be a big armor between you, as well as extra defense, and every punch being more powerful, and you pretty much have the advantage. In the meantime, he also figured out how Asta's fighting style is and what the best course of action is to defeat him with long range attacks that are extremely fast. So he makes small blades around him and then sends Asta to slam at them. When he also has a comeback attack, he also traps Locke, Klaus, and since they are clearly one of the most powerful captors there. I mean, Klaus again, I would say he's one of the weaker ones. in fact the weakest. But Locke and Yuno are clearly a lot stronger, and there will be much more logical chance to take them out of the fight for now. In the meantime, Lotus, when Mars is fighting the other ones, he uses his mist magic to make themselves look invisible so they could grab a bunch of the loot from the dungeon, which is intelligent since there is no reason for you to go into a fight if the only purpose you have is to take a bunch of the dungeon's cash. Which, considering the fact that it ends with the dungeon falling apart, is completely reasonable and understandable. So yeah, Mars fights them, and Analyis just gets a new sword that has a new ability that allows him to take on the flame, and then uses his wind spirit to take down Mars. I would say this was a quickly it's a hard battle, and saying this proves saying that Mars was the strongest character in the goddamn dungeon, since if you really think about it, would he be taken down if the fire magic would not be extinguished? But yeah, the way it went was pretty logical. Afterwards, the dungeon starts crumbling, and they immediately decide to retreat, since that would be the best case course of action. Also wants to save Mars, but there's no time, so they run away. In the meantime, after when the whole dungeon starts crumbling, Lotus, with all the money, cash, gold he stole, he grabbed Mars and followed them out so they could escape the dungeon, since they would because making your own path would be harder than following an already made path by the Magic Knight squads. All in all, I would say this battle was a victory in the Diamond Kingdom's favor, since they got the more amount of gold, which was the main objection, mind you. And, well, let's be real here. The only thing that the Black Magic Knights got were technically two spells, where only Yuno and Asa can use. So yeah. All in all, I would say this dungeon arc really shows us that Tabata does know how to write kind of military strategies and war thoughts with Lotus. And really makes me question why he seems to not be as good as them with the current arcs with the Spade Kingdom. Granted, we'll get into them later, but needless to say, I'm not exactly following what's with the lack of strategies. So anyways, I hope you liked this video. I hope you're going to leave a like and a comment. And that's it. I cannot wait to see all you people next time. Bye.